The Alpha Sessions with Emma Joyce.
This is the Alpha Sessions, and I'm really pleased to have Sophie Kilburn in the studio in actual person.
Yeah.
This is so good.
Thank you so
much.
Thank you. No, thanks.
Yeah, so we now know that Sophie's not a hologram, which is great.
Yeah, there have been rumours about that, so I'm really glad I can finally put that to bed.
Important question, how are you?
I'm all right. Yeah, actually, I've actually recently had COVID, so I've just recovered. So if you asked me that maybe about like a couple of weeks ago, not the best, but yeah, no, I'm great now. Thank you very much. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. What's the last year been like for you? It's probably a very big question.
Yeah, isn't it? I think it's the question, isn't it? Well, I've rewatched the whole of Harry Potter films.
Oh wow,
that was quite recent. That was like a real big highlight.
Are you a fan?
I am. I'm more like Harry Potter over Lord of the Rings, I have to say.
Okay.
I keep falling asleep in Lord of the Rings, so
I didn't realise you had to pick one.
I think it's a thing.
Is it?
I don't know. Maybe it's just the people in my circle, but there is a thing of like you're either HP, Harry Potter, or...
See, if someone said to me, are you HP? I'd be
brown
like...
sauce.
Sauce?
Ketchup, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. Salad cream, actually.
It's been cool. I mean, I've been very determined to make sure this year that I release music, and I have been doing that. So
box ticked.
Yeah, so it's just I'm taking, I think probably like a lot of people, just taking every day as it comes. I mean, a lot of our lives are just so out of our control at the moment of what we do. So yeah, I'm just trying to be moment to moment rather than think too much about what's going on ahead,
I think a lot of people have adopted that philosophy.
Yeah.
And I think it's done a lot of us quite good.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's like that London thing when like, you know how Londoners, when they're travelling, they're really fast. Like, it's just like, I'm going somewhere, even though you're not in a rush. And I feel like the pandemic has told everyone you have to slow down. And 100%. I think that has done a lot of people good.
100%. So before we get someone in the studio, I tend to have a little bit of a nosy on their Insta. And a phrase that keeps coming up, which I love about this, which also comes up on a lot of media outlets, is that you're one of the Haim sisters from A Northern Mister.
I am, yeah.
Which I love this. Are you a fan?
Imagine if I wasn't. I hate them.
But
no,
I
love them.
I mean, like a massive fan.
Yeah, I love them. I think they're awesome. They're doing their own thing. Like, for not only for female musicians, they're a great idol, but just generally, they're just so adaptable, and they're just like, yeah, I'm going to learn this instrument if I don't know, and then I'm going to just play it. They just don't need anyone. I just love how self-efficient they are, and like, yeah, their message is good, their music is great. I mean, I am a bit biased because I am their family, but blood's gotta stick together. 100%. And yes, I am the Northern Haim sister.
Where did this come from?
I think it was because I think when I was recording like the back end of last year, my sound really I was listening to a lot of Fleetwood Mac again and Haim, and then I kind of realised my sound has a lot of influence from those two artists, especially.
Great bands.
And yeah, and I think so that mixture of like Fleetwood Mac, that classic timeless Rumours record, with something like Haim that is like a modern pop and that fusion. So that's why I felt like just also their personalities are so great as well, and I make myself, yes, I've got an amazing personality, just like the sisters. But I don't know, I feel like we'd really get on. I hope, who knows.
So Haim, if you're listening, get in touch.
Yeah, please, I'll do it for free. I do shows for free. I'll save you some moolah, so get in touch. DM me at Sophie Kilburn Music.
Let's talk about your brand new single.
Yeah.
I'm in Love with My Therapist.
Yeah.
What's it about?
It's about
at the risk of stating
someone
obvious.
who's falling in love with a therapist. And it was really funny because I was having an interview with someone talking about the single, and he was like, I don't think that she's in love with a therapist. I think that she's in a relationship and she's somehow become the therapist. And I just thought, I love how like in depth you've gone into those lyrics. Like, I really appreciate that. But no, it's very what it says on the tin.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, seal it bag, that sort of thing. And it came about when during one of the lockdowns, there's this really great mental health charity called Music Mental Wealth. And they were doing like a songwriting challenge, and this great artist called James Walsh, he nominated me to just write a song. And at the time, I was trying to keep alive this plant, but it was clearly I killed it. So yeah. And then I just had the idea of like, oh, like dead plants, like, oh, I'm so annoyed about this. And then it was like, I'm seeing red, my plants are dead. And then I was like, what ridiculous thing could happen? What's the extreme? And I was like, oh, I'm in love with my therapist. And then it kind of like stemmed from there. And at first it was quite comical. And then I did like some research on it, and it's actually quite common.
Yeah.
So I was like, there's more, this is like a deeper discussion to be had about this sort of area. Like the fact that a lot of people can only be emotionally intimate with someone they know nothing about. I just found that really fascinating. So that's what I came about.
All that. And again, this sounds really weird because it sounds like I've done this before, because I haven't. But when I was reading about your new single, it kind of, know what happens on the internet where you suddenly start on one tab and then before you know it, you're like on a completely different website reading about something completely different. And I think like when you're in a vulnerable state and you go and see a therapist mentally, like you're suddenly more susceptible to, I want to say falling in love, but there's a scientific hormonal thing behind it, I think. And I thought maybe, I don't know, like there was a connection between that and what you were saying or something.
I think the whole point, I think, of the song, I try and aim just to kind of open it up, to kind of talk about it. I think it's like a band-aid that as soon as you kind of rip it off, it kind of stems from all these different areas. But it's just the concept of emotional intimacy, and like you say, like falling in love with someone. You know, what really is falling in love with someone? What does that actually entail? Like how can you fall in love with someone who you know nothing about? But I mean, you could see it like with like 1D, and like those girls love, you know, Harry or Niall or whatever, and how I loved McFly. I still love McFly, but I don't know. It's just really interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, and it opens that whole tab of like mental health and where music fits in with mental health, and I guess that charity that you were talking about. What did you say it was called again? Sorry.
Music Mental Wealth.
Okay, and like what do they do?
They're just there to promote help with like mental health for musicians, which is great. And it was just a really good challenge to do. You know, like with the lockdown, everyone was starting to get a bit sick of like Zoom quizzes. 100%. You know what I mean? Like, oh, quiz. And then I don't know. I think everyone kind of jumped on it. Kate Tunstall was on there as well. Like they really got a whole chain going. So it was really lovely to be a part of that. And then when I finished the song, I wrote it very quickly because I did the thing of like procrastinating. I was like, oh God, I've got to post it. Oh no. So I was just like, okay, just write it, boom, done. And didn't think about it. And then I picked it up again and I was like, I definitely want to record this song. I just love the title, to be honest. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool.
It's such a great song. Honestly, it really is.
Thank you.
I'm in my head 24/7. Can't get around it. I'm addicted to tension. Even if it's good, I'm fighting. No wonder I'm uninviting. Just 'cause it's good timing doesn't mean I'll be trying. Gotta get out of here. Gotta get out of here. I'm seeing red, my plants are dead. I'm in love with my therapist. It pulls me down so I can't get out. I've forgotten what I've missed. Gotta get out of here. Gotta get out of here. Made up a song to settle my conscience. Now I'm lost in my own performance. Never been one for the nightlife, too closed off for the spotlight. Walk on part in a franchise, couldn't just fall for the nice guy. Nice guy, gotta get out of here. Gotta get out of here. I'm seeing red, my plans are dead. I'm in love with my therapist. It pulls me down so I can't get out. I've forgotten what I've missed. Gotta get out of here. Gotta get out of here. Oh, there's never been a day where I couldn't separate what was there in my mind to what happened at the time. I like to get away, laying room in my headspace. Finally get out, get out. Gotta get out of here. Gotta get out of here. I'm seeing red, my plans are dead. I'm in love with my therapist. It pulls me down so I can't get out. I've forgotten what I missed. I gotta get out of here. Ooh, I gotta get out of here. Ooh, I gotta get out, gotta get out. I'm in love with my therapist. I gotta get out, gotta get out. I'm in love with my therapist. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here.
The Alpha Sessions with Emma Joyce.
There's a video for it as well.
Yes.
Talk us through that.
Oh, yeah. Basically, maybe like a couple of months ago now, I went up to Liverpool and I worked with this awesome videographer, creative director, photographer called Marika McLon, and she's awesome. And it was like an all-female team.
Amazing.
And it was very DIY, and with I'm in love with my therapist, it's the idea of like someone looking in like through a peephole and like kind of like, you know, the Truman Show and like being watched and how much do you share or how much are you aware that you're actually sharing, and that links with the whole themes and the concept of the EP. So I kind of wanted to link it, and it's kind of very, very like indie rocky, quite dark in some space. It's very, I think, cinematic. And the whole idea of making Seeing a Red be the red, and I'm really proud of it. I think it's the first kind of visual journey that I've had with my music, and it was just so much fun. Like we had, because as I was the DIY, so to make like the peephole shot, if you hopefully go and watch it and listen to it over and over again, hint hint nudge nudge. We had like a kitchen roll. And we stuck it on the end of the lens.
Amazing.
And then it made a peephole. I mean, there you go, folks. That's how you do it.
It's like one of those things from Blue Peter.
Yeah. Hello, welcome to Art Attack.
Do you ever wonder that, like, you are oversharing on that subject in terms of writing music and the stories that you're telling through writing music?
No, because I think that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And I think that's why a lot of people do music, or like why you connect to it, because like I know for me, I write music because I want people to feel something, and I want people to find confidence in finding their identity, and have learned that they have control over how much they share. And there is this whole thing with like the filter of like social media of like, oh yeah, this person's sharing everything, but you don't know, you're just seeing a version of it. I mean, who can say that their social feed is them? We all know they might be just in bed, you know, in their pajamas. Exactly. No shame. Maybe a onesie, like just eating a Deliveroo, like, or like a waffle with cream.
There's definitely nothing wrong with that, by the way.
Oh no, seriously, Nutella waffles, my God. Oh, like I didn't lose my appetite during COVID. I tell you that. I was like, Uber Eats, just like that, going, please.
Now, you dropped a little bit of a bombshell in
Yeah.
the previous question. And I think you kind of thought that we weren't going to notice.
Oh, no.
You have a new EP coming out soon?
Yeah, I do.
Woohoo! When's it coming out? And tell us a little bit about it, or as much as you can anyway.
Yeah, no, sure. So the EP is a 4-track EP. It's called My Room Made Public. And I guess that I was saying before, it's the concept of how much do we share, and this whole notion of if we share, if we don't share everything, then we're not brave enough, or we're not being our, I hate this, true self, or living our best life.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just kind of like irritating me, and it's just like, well, just if you don't want to share every moment of your life, and I don't know, God forbid, like live it, then like you're not brave enough, or like you're not trying hard, or I just find it quite irritating, and I just wanted to go, you know what, like you do whatever you want to do, and don't feel like you're any less worthy than anyone else. You know, it can be dangerous, like but anyway, yeah, so that's kind of because basically each of the 4 tracks, they kind of scratch the surface of a different area of your life. So it's got Movements on, which is the kind of opening single of it, which I released in May.
We'll chat about that in a bit.
Yes. So later. And then I'm Loving My Therapist is kind of like the mental health one. And then there's 2 other tracks which kind of goes from like career and ambition, and then a lot about female image and pressures. So it all links in. So I'm really excited to share it.
Very good.
And yeah, it'll be coming out soon. Spoiler exclusive. 27th of August. Friday the 27th of August.
Amazing.
Oh yeah, Alpha Sessions.
We feel very special right now.
Yeah. Honoured.
Absolutely. Cool. Well, good luck with that, and I hope
Thank
it goes
you.
amazingly well, which I'm sure it will.
Thank you very much.
If it sounds like any of the other singles that you've released this year.
Thank you.
And going, I guess, kind of to that. Have you been back doing gigs?
I'm just about to. Because everything's finally starting to open up again, isn't it? It's a bit crazy though. It's like I'm kind of a little bit anxious of it. Yeah, I don't know. It's like going on the tube and I was like, oh god. But I mean, it's I love my live music. There's nothing like it. Like, but yeah, no, I'm playing at the Fiddler's Elbow in Camden on the 21st of August. So please come down, buy tickets on the website.
Yes.
I'm supporting this awesome guy called Harry Gold. There, and yeah, it's great, you know, midweek hump day, live music. What more could you want, really?
No, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what you were saying earlier about how COVID's kind of made us stop a bit and take our time a bit more and be less kind of on a mission. Do you think that it would change your approach to the way you feel about gigging, not in a sense of whether you like it or not, but in a sense of what you do to get yourself ready?
What is in like the kind of prep before?
Yeah.
Maybe there's a whole element of like, don't put so much pressure on it. I think like it's not the end of the world if, I don't know, you move to the wrong chord. People are forgiving, you know. I think maybe about, maybe getting out of your head a bit more and kind of going, wow, come on, like the regards to how much in the grand scheme of things that's going to be. But then the flip side of that is just like, because it's been such a break for a lot of artists and stuff to play live, there's also extra nerves as well, you know. Oh god, like every time I stand up and play, I'm like, oh my god, I'm standing up and playing and singing at the same time. What if the light? Oh my god, they're looking and they're listening. What? Or like, you know, you won't have like reconnecting, you know, suddenly on your screen.
There's an actual round of applause.
Oh my god. Yeah.
So I said I'd ask you about Movements, because that's been your other big single this year, which is a great track. Wanted to ask you, I guess, what it's about, first of all.
Sure. Movements is the kind of the relationship one. It's about a blurred relationship that I've like personally found, like dating, particularly in London. There's a very like grey area it isn't just like a casual thing in your relation. There's a whole different like commitment, no commitment, you know, and like movements is the thing where you are in a relationship with each other, but something's different. Either you've grown apart or you've just changed because you've, you know, matured. I don't know, like people change, I guess, all the time, and it's kind of not addressing it, and you can feel something. You know it's not right. You're not touching each other anymore. There's the chemistry's just gone, and you're just like, but neither of you is wanting to say anything, and it's like this. It's like a heartbreak limbo, and you just don't want it to end. But then you're like, maybe it should end, and it's just basically me going, all right, I'm calling you out, mate. Like, what is going on? Because I just don't see the point anymore. So yeah.
It's kind of sad.
I know, yeah, I do tend to do that. Sorry. Yeah, depressing lyric with upbeat licks. That's what it's all about. But I think it's like, I don't know. I mean, it is sad, but it's also, hopefully, it's reality, and 100%. It is what happened. And man, like, I mean, think of the Love Island culture that's happening at the moment. I mean, it's just, I don't know, like, I don't know what to say about that, but. Yeah, I think by speaking about it, like through music and stuff, it just allows people to talk about it more and kind of go, okay, I'm not happy with the situation, like I want to change it, you know?
100%.
You like to bend the rules, there's no telling you. You're the wild star on my fan poster. I reflect on the scene while you cement the belief that the more you pull, the more I reach. You don't need to voice the thought, I can hear it, I can hear it. You don't need to speak at all, I can feel it, I can feel it, I feel it in your movements. A sugarcoat confusion. Maybe once you had good intentions, but like them you're a fading presence in your movements, in your movements. It's all over your face, the truth I can't trace to what you want ain't here no more. Can no longer ignore the sirens at my door, telling me now won't you run along. You don't need to voice the thought, I can hear it, I can hear it. You don't need to speak at all, I can feel it, I can feel it, I feel it in your movements. A sugarcoat confusion. Maybe once you had good intentions, but like them you're a fading presence in your movements, in your movements. According to reality, there's no space, no time for me. According to what I see, the butterflies are taking leave. I can feel it, I can feel it, I can feel it. You don't need to voice the thought, I can hear it, I can hear it, yeah. You don't need to speak at all, I can feel it, I can feel it, I feel it in your movements. A sugarcoat confusion. Maybe once you had good intentions, but like them you're a fading presence in your movements, in your movements. Oh, I can feel it, hey, hey. I can feel it, hey, hey. I can feel it, hey, hey.
Alpha Sessions with Emma Joyce.
Also, I wanted to ask you about the movement challenge, which is amazing.
Oh my God.
What made you think of this coolest thing?
Well, basically, I just thought because movements is like maybe lyrically very depressing. Production-wise, it's upbeat and it's fun and it's quite summery. So I wanted like people to like just kind of shake off the bad vibes. So I was just like, I've got to go on TikTok, like, what can I do? Or, like, how do I put... So I did the movement challenge where I just got people just to do whatever they wanted, like dance, get their dogs to dance. Like, if they've got, like, a cute kid, you know, put them on, as long as they're okay with being in front of a camera.
Any highlights?
Yeah.
Have you got a
Oh, my
favourite
God. One backfired. My mate, James, in Australia, he did a video of one of his dogs and just hated it. He hated it. Nothing.
So
like,
funny.
absolute, like... Just no facial expression, hated it. And
no.
I was like, well, fair enough. I respect his honesty.
How have you kept yourself motivated musically over the last year? Because I know that for everyone, like, it's been pretty bleak at times.
Yeah. It has. It's tough, isn't it? Like, to try and get the inspiration and things like that.
Yeah.
I think podcasts have really helped inspire me and stuff. I think also a lot of musicians are starting to do like podcasts now, aren't they?
Loads
Yeah,
of people do podcasts.
yeah. Maybe I should jump on that. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's a great podcast called Receipt.
Oh yeah.
Receipt. There's these three women, and they're just amazing. Like, it just wasn't what I was expecting.
Okay.
Like, it's very. I'd definitely check it
Receipt,
out.
as in like
Yeah.
when you pay for something. You
Yeah,
get a
receipt.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. It's really good. So good. They just no filter, and I just really,
So
I
good.
really like that. So yeah, that's been helping, and I've been trying as much as possible, even if I don't feel like writing, to write anyway.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's the way it is. Sometimes you just don't want to write. So
What do you
don't
do
force
like
yourself.
when you hit a brick wall? I don't mean literally,
Yeah.
I mean like
yeah,
in terms of
I
writing.
love hitting bricks walls. Like, I bruise like a peach, but yeah, I love.
You know what I mean.
I love falling into that brick wall. What do? I used to really like. I'm not saying I don't do that anymore, but I do it less. Like, I used to really beat myself up about it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm not good enough, but then if it happens now, I'm like, you know what? It's not meant to be. It's fine. That you just got to take time, or like go on a walk, or just listen to someone else's music. Kind of helps as well. Like, when you really get into someone's lyrics, that helps as well. Or I go to the Tate Modern quite a bit. So
I was not expecting you to say that.
really, well,
I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. I just really like it. I don't think it's open at the moment, but on like the new Tate side, there's a cafe at the top on the 10th floor, and it's one of the best views of London. Oh my God, there's going to be like trolling with tourists. No, no, but it's so great. It's free to go up and everything, and you just get a full like 360 degree of all London.
Yeah.
So that's just really nice.
You should take Mary. I'll ask you about that in a minute.
Yeah, I should take Mary. Me and Mary, we go way back.
So just before this session,
Yeah.
just to fill everyone in, what normally happens is we split the session in the studio in half. So we have the songs, and then we also have a little chat, and then we hear your amazing songs, and obviously it gets put into the chat. And you showed us your guitar, and I said that it was amazing, and you said that she was called Mary. So when we talk about Mary, we're talking about your guitar.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
Mary. Oh, Mary. I love Mary. Yeah, Mary is the newest guitar. I do name guitars. It's kind of a thing I find with like musicians, like when you go around the circuit and stuff, and there's a very strong you do or you don't.
Yeah.
Like the people don't like, oh, that's so weird, and then the people do, it's like, you're weird for not doing it. Like, what the hell?
I always wonder, like, guitars being like walls, you know that phrase, if walls have ears. Like, if guitars could talk, like, how many amazing stories would they come out with?
I know. Like, Mary would be a badass. Like, she'd be like, oh, the stories I could tell you, you know. I don't know. There was one, have I got it? Oh yeah, I have still got it. There's this guitar, I call it Leroy. And Leroy, the first time I was playing a gig, and like, I didn't have strap locks. If you know, strap locks, like the little plastic things that you put on to like lock your strap in. I didn't know they existed, actually. It was stupid, but yeah. And so I was going on the stage, did the first strum, and then my guitar just went bang.
Oh, no.
And then like I looked at the people in the crowd, and they were like, ugh. And I was like, ugh.
Were you like, poor Leroy?
I think I was like, oh. I was like, hold on a minute, I'm just gonna pick this up. And then I just like went to the back, back, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna tune up, and then I'll be back. Ding 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 ding. And I was like, right, let's do this again. And then just started. It was So poor Leroy. He had it tough.
Oh,
I think he hates me.
I love the fact that you name your guitars. I think that's great.
Thank you.
So, you've got your EP coming next.
Yes.
So exciting. So we will obviously promote that as much as we possibly can. Our end. And everyone should give it a listen when it comes out.
Yes. 27th of August.
Yeah. And if everyone, or if someone has been under a rock all this time and doesn't know where to follow you and what you've been doing.
Where have you been? Okay. I mean, it's been a pandemic, but we've been inside for longer, so you should have heard me by now. No.
Exactly. Where can they go? What can they do to find out more about you?
Yeah, if you want to know more, curious, the best place, well, social media really. Instagram is kind of like my main one. It's at Sophie Kilburn Music, and that's the same tag name for both TikTok and Facebook. And
I'm just really impressed you're on TikTok.
I know. I mean, to be honest, like I haven't been on it for a while. I did this thing for the Movements Challenge, actually. I decided to do this thing in the shower where, like, because there's a press shot for Movements of me, black and white, and it's me in a suit. And my hair's wet.
Yeah.
And so basically, I'm just a running theme. People don't recognise me if I have dry hair. They're like, who's this person? Like, oh, and then it's like, just pour some water. Oh, it's Sophie. But no, I did this. I did this thing in the shower.
When I met you earlier.
Yeah. You're like, who's this?
I was like, who are you? Yeah. You've got dry hair.
What the hell? We wanted Sophie Kilburn. Who's this? Who's this doppelganger? But yeah, and then I did like her singing in the shower with Movements for Suit, and then it went a bit viral on TikTok. I was like, this is, and I'm like, I do videos of like maybe me singing, nothing, but in the shower in a suit, that's what I mean, to be honest, I'd probably more like that.
Does that mean that more TikToks are going to be in the shower?
Absolutely. That's apparently so. Yeah, you have to do it. If it works, you have to keep going. I'm like, what is going to happen? Am I just going to be in a ball gown? Like, any ideas?
In the shower.
Just DM me.
In a ball gown in the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I mean, it's just going to be messy. And that's why you should follow me. Yeah.
You can take Mary with you.
God, no.
No.
Oh, no. She don't like getting wet.
Okay.
Can't do that.
Okay.
Oh, no. Oh, poor thing. She frizzes. So she just doesn't like the water.
But what if you like put a rain mac on her or something?
I bet that's a thing.
Yeah, 100%.
Like it's some sort of weird website that's like for buskers who are outside and stuff to like, protect their guitar. Is that a thing?
Like a Mary Poncho. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the brand name.
Yeah.
So it's got a really good ring to it.
As a business idea. Done.
Yeah. Boom, done. Now, yeah. I do have like an idea of a thing to invent, but shall I share it? I'm saying all rights reserved to me, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Is it not a Mary Poncho?
No.
Okay,
no, you can have that one.
Okay, cool.
I don't want to take the credit for that one. You have that. You've got all that.
Oh,
I won't take a cut. You know.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'll leave this one with you then.
Thank you. So yeah, mine, all rights reserved. I came up with the first copyright. You know, with like an ice cube tray.
Yeah.
And like when they just go everywhere, like when you're just trying to get one right. So it's like an ice slider. So it's like a little bit of plastic clip that you clip onto it.
Oh.
And then you can slide it across.
That's
and you're only
really
going to
cool.
get two. I know.
You
the
should
ice slider.
definitely get on that.
I know. Oh, I've got so much to do. I've got to go Dragon's Den. Oh, God.
Don't promote the EP. Get on with the ice slider.
Yeah. Maybe I could do like a side hustle of like promoting the EP while doing a Dragon's Den pitch. Or like maybe, yeah. Oh, and I forgot to say, on Twitter, I'm Sophie Kilburn. But everything else, Sophie Kilburn Music.
Okay, noted.
Yeah. Noted, very important.
Noted in the brain. Thank you so much for coming in.
No, thank you so much for having me.
It's been like an absolute laugh.
Yeah, it's been brilliant. Thank you.
I've been foolish, but damned am I doomed to fail? Or with age will ambition run stale? It tears me up to cover up how I feel. Behind it all, behind the door, the truth kicks in. I'm lonely. No one must know that I'm lonely. Giving it slowly, well, I can't place the why. Maybe I should call home. Maybe I should call home. Maybe I should call home. Call home. Traveled to the city lights, thought I was moving forward. Working overtime, singing in bar corners, and I crave for more, but I don't know where to start. And counting on love has never got me far. It tears me up to cover up how I feel. Behind it